You play sports to win. It's that simple. And we're playing to win. You build from there. You see how your team reacts. I think guys are going to step up. I think guys are up for the challenge. And it's always on our team is always going to be winning. We said this from the beginning when we got here, and we believe in that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey yo, what's up guys? Welcome to my NBA 2K21 My League, My NBA gameplay series. We're going to be rebuilding the Toronto Raptors on the PlayStation 5. I thought this would be a really fun team to kind of rebuild since they haven't been playing that well. They're 1-4 currently in the NBA starting off the season. I know it's just 5 games into the season, but Pascal Siakam being the number one option is a little sus in my opinion. He kind of showcased that as well in the playoffs during the bubble and a little bit last season before the bubble. So we are going to be rebuilding the team. I kind of set everything up already. This is going to be an ultra realistic rebuild. I'm not going to try to do any absurd trades like trading 4 fucking bench players for Devin Booker or anything like that. I'm going to keep it ultra realistic. For potential trades, we're going to look at social media. We're going to go on the tab and look at rumors, see if any certain players want to be moved out. For my trading block, targeting list, and all that, my 2 untouchables I really want to build around is, I'm going to have a fucking tough time saying his name. Malachi? I'll figure that out. For now, I'm going to call him Malachi Flynn. I want to get rid of either Kyle Lowry or Fred Van Vliet to give Malachi Flynn a little bit more minutes and then help him develop a little bit more because we want to build for the future. I'm not really worried about winning now. Maybe in the next 2-3 seasons, and then we're going to focus on really winning. But I want to develop my young talent. Jalen Harris is a really young player who has potential to be something coming off the bench. So I would really like for him to develop too. All the players I have on my trading block are pretty old, or I don't see them in my future plans. I don't want to get rid of Pascal Siakam, but if I can get any young assets or draft picks in return, I'm more than happy to give them away. Norman Powell, he's a really good defender and a 3-point shooter. But our shooting guards, we have so many good shooting guards that I want to open up some minutes for some of the younger guys. And like I just said from Malachi Flynn, I want to get rid of either Kyle Lowry or Van Vliet, preferably Van Vliet. That way we can get rid of his contract and have a little bit more cap room to work with. We really need a small forward or a power forward. Right now I'm just going to focus on small forward since we have Pascal Siakam. I want to target either Cameron Reddish or DeAndre Hunter because I feel like in real life the Hawks are going to be willing to give up either or if the trade is right, because you can't, they don't, if you want one of them to kind of develop, you want to give them more minutes, and I don't think in the future they're going to be able to share the minutes with DeAndre Hunter and Cameron Reddish. DeAndre Hunter is a really good defender. His offense has also been a little sus, but the more minutes that we can give him, hopefully he can develop. Cameron Reddish is an all-right defender. He has the length to be an elite defender. His offense in college and especially high school, you can tell he had some flashes, maybe something in the league like a potential all-star, somewhere around there. If we can't get either of those two, my third option would be Chandler Hutchinson. He'd be a really good rotational player coming off the bench for OG. Give him some minutes, see if he can, provide pretty good defense off the bench and shoot the ball pretty well. You'll see our small forward situation in a little bit. It's not that great. We just have OG. You could play Pascal at the small forward, but like I said, I want some young players to kind of develop them and build for the future. Otto Porter is going to be like our last option to kind of get rid of Van Vliet's contract, Because in real life, the Bulls would be trying to give Patrick Williams a little bit more minutes because he played well in the preseason. He's been playing all right during the regular season, but like again, they're a young team. They're not really playing to win anything at the moment. That could change in a year or two. Opening up more minutes for them, getting rid of one of their small forwards, and for Kelly Oubre, he's been a brick all season, bro. If we can give them maybe Van Vliet coming off the bench, that'll give them more depth. Maybe Siakam. I don't think I could give them Siakam without them giving me Draymond Green in return just because of the contracts. But we'll try to make it work. But this is what I'm trying to kind of do with the team. For the team status, with how they're feeling, I'm gonna kind of try to give them more minutes, or kind of see if they want to leave, then I'll trade them depending on how they're doing and what I can get back. Kind of like that my GM, those conversations that you have with your players. The only thing is that I hate those animations because they really just slow down the game, and after at the beginning it seems really cool, but after 3 or 4 times they interrupt you during your simulation, it just gets kind of old and annoying, and it just takes way too long. So we're gonna kind of go through this maybe weekly or bi-weekly and see how they're feeling, and depending on how if they want to trade, if they want to move minutes, maybe we might give them a little bit more minutes. If they underperform, then move them back to the role that they were in. So we're gonna go to transaction report because I did do some things. So let's start at the bottom. I fired our GM because I feel like if I am coming in as the new owner or whatever, I'm gonna bring in my own people. I'm gonna bring in the people that I want. So I fired him. I waived DeAndre Bembry to make more space at the shooting guard position. Same thing with Paul Watson. He was 25 and a 67 overall. I don't really have much plans for him. I signed Jalen Harris because I think he was on on one of those G League contracts. I fired our assistant coach because he just wasn't cutting it. Fired our head scout because we are going to rebuild. So I do want to have a good scout going into the next season to kind of build our team from the draft, similar to what the Warriors did. So I hired a better scout and an assistant coach to kind of give Nick Nurse a little bit more help. Let's see. Let's go to So for the rumors, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't play NBA 2K21, my NBA, my league, usually the rumors are players saying that they don't want to be at their team, or some team is planning on trading them, putting them on a trade block or anything like that. So I'm going to look at this, see what I can get in trades if I'm interested in any of the players that want to leave. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's go to the roster. How about that? So for our point guard situation, we're solid. If I didn't want to give Malachi Flynn any minutes at all, we'd be straight with Kyle Lowry and Van Vliet. But does that really benefit us in the long run? Because he is 22 years old. I would love for him to at least develop to an 80. I feel like he can fit Van Vliet's role better in the future. A little better defender. Hopefully just as dynamic on the offense, but I'm focusing more on playmaking. Kyle Lowry, he's on a 1 year, so that doesn't bug me too much. If he wants to sign for cheaper, I'll bring him back to the Raptors, but I don't want to sign him for another $30 million contract if he's going to be 35 going into the next season. For our shooting guard position, I want to get rid of Norman Powell, even though he's pretty good at defense and pretty good at shooting the ball. But I would love to give Terrence Davis a little bit more minutes because I want him to develop. He's only 23 years old compared to Norman Powell, 27 years old. And then also Matt Thomas coming off the bench because this dude is a sniper. I wouldn't start him though because his defense is a little sus also. I don't want to We'll see how he develop. I mean, he's not gonna develop that much. He's already at 26, but coming off the bench, hopefully we can bring him up like to like a 76, and Terrence Davis develops to like an 80 overall, maybe a little higher, and eventually when Matt Thomas starts to regress, or if anything or if he gets injured, we have Jalen Harris step up. He's pretty young still. His rating is a little low, but he can shoot the ball. I feel like he could fit a similar role to Matt Thomas, a pure sniper. So that's my goal for this, coming off the bench unit. For our small forward position, this is where we're really struggling. We only have OG Anunoby, and he's a really good defender, don't get me wrong, inside the paint and the perimeter, and he can shoot the ball pretty well. But he underperformed. I don't want him to underperform his contract. He's gonna get paid $19 million in about 3-4 years. And I don't want someone who's getting paid $20 million to play amazing defense but only shoot the ball or only get 10 points as a starter. I want him to kind of become a better playmaker and a little more aggressive on offense. But if he can't, I want to bring another small forward to kind of compete for that position, or at least an offensive threat to kind of balance out OG's lack of offense with his defense. You feel me? Patrick McCaw ain't cutting it, bro. Third option, yeah, if everyone's hurt, Pascal Siakam. If we can't find a trade for him and we can't get a small forward in return, we are going to mix minutes with. We're going to play him at small forward for a little bit throughout the season. We don't really have a good backup power forward either. Stanley Johnson, if everyone's injured, him and Stanley Johnson and Patrick McCaw are going to be the dynamic duo. Yuta Watanabe, he ain't gonna make it past the first day. Let's just make that clear. I'm gonna find another replacement, and then boom, we're giving him a boot. Our big man position, it's all right. Nothing special, rotational players. Aaron Baines is I'm a big fan of Aaron Baines, but all of these players are expendable. No one is really good at one thing. They all kind of bring their own impact to the court. If anyone gets injured, next man up. But I do need to find a younger center, but I'm not going to be tripping about that. Hopefully in the draft we can find someone a little young, maybe not as good, but give them time to develop. Let's see, what else do we have to look at for contract extensions? Everyone else, I'm going to try to sign Jalen Harris in the offseason for a really cheap contract. Everyone else is pretty expendable. I'm going to try to sign Terrence Davis. $8 million would be perfect for him. He's a good playmaker. He's a good defender. He can shoot the ball pretty well. He'd be pretty solid as a starter, especially for that contract. That's weird. They don't have 3. Kyle Lowry and Norman Powell, 1-year contracts. Both of them are undecided. Both of them I'm trying to trade. I am not trying to pay Kyle Lowry $27 million. If it comes down to it and I need a starting point guard after I trade VanVleet and there's no one available, I might bring him back to kind of mentor Flynn. For the general manager, I just put my own name and a little headset that kind of has similar hair to me, just so I'm in the game, you know what I'm saying? And then everything else is just pretty much, staff. We got Jacob Howard. He's on a 1-year deal. Hopefully in the offseason we sign someone a little better at business. We got to take care of business. Business is not booming right now. Samuel Brown, same thing. We'll give him 2 years, maybe in the offseason if we find someone a little better. Might replace him. Nick Nurse is going to be our guy. I don't care how much money he wants. I will throw the bag at this man. He is the centerpiece of our rebuild. Chris Finch, solid assistant coach. Provide a little bit of, I don't know what his badge does, but teacher. There you go, developing a signature skill. It could be a little useful. A defense, helping Nick Nurse with his defense. And then we got Trent Peterson, providing a little bit of, negative hits on our morale are reduced. So A offense, B minus defense, pretty good, And then head scout, we're going to rebuild through the draft, similar to what the Warriors did in OKC with KD, Harden, and Westbrook. So we need the best of the best. We need to find hidden gems. We need to build through the draft. No one wants to go to Toronto, unfortunately, even though it's a bomb-ass city. Free agents rarely ever just look at Kawhi Leonard. He wanted to leave Toronto for some strange reason. Now he's with Pandemic P. And look at Glenn Howard, our trainer. We definitely need a better trainer because I don't want our players getting hurt. We're going to keep him for the season, see if he gets any badges because he does have a B-plus training, but we'll see how he does. Upcoming free agents, Kawhi Leonard, of course. He always re-signs with the Raptors. I think they fixed that in the last update, but he ain't coming back to the Raptors. Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, kind of underwhelming free agent market going into the next offseason. A lot of these are also going to be restricted free agents. For system proficiency, we're just going to work on balance since we're bringing in new young players that some of them have never played in the NBA. I just want them to kind of get their foot into the ground and just start running and do what they got to do. And then we'll find a system maybe in the next season or so. Training for player mentorship. I already assigned everyone their mentors. So for OG, I want him to get a little bit more shooting badges. That way he knocks down his shots a little bit more and hopefully starts to score around 15 points per game going up into this next season. Pascal, even though I am trying to trade him, try to get him a little more useful off the ball. Warm and Rick getting more boards. Hook specialist, adding that extra arsenal to his game. Because he doesn't have that many moves, but if he has that one, maybe a few little things that he works on. I wanted to get more shooting badges for him, but I was worried about getting other of my other younger players more of their shooting badges. A lot of these older players I don't really care for. They're already done developing. So Terrence Davis is going to be mentored by Van Vliet until he gets traded. So he's got the sniper, difficult shots, and dimer badges equipped. I want Dimer because he's a playmaking shooting guard, so I'm like, dish out a little more dimes. You know what I'm saying? He's serving them. So as soon as he passes the ball, they knock down the shot. Another net sniper and difficult shots, so we can knock down those shots wherever and whenever on the court. And then Matt Thomas. I know he's 26, and I just said that. I don't really care about my older players, but if you can get like a few more shooting badges, this dude is gonna be something coming off the bench. So if we can get hot shot, sniper, and hot zone hunter and just knock down his shots coming off the second team or coming off the bench, that'd be more than enough. Stanley Johnson, Malachi Flynn, here we go. So he's gonna be mentored by Kyle Lowry, catch and shoot, deep threes, and dimer. Similar to Terrence Davis, dimer obviously because I want to be a playmaking point guard, getting all his boys open. And his other deep threes and catch and shoot badges, I want him to become a more lethal shooter, more dynamic offensive player. I want people to worry about his playmaking and his shooting at the same time. Patrick McCaw. Next. Jalen Harris, the youngster that I wanted to kind of take on Matt Thomas's role. Catch and shoot, corner, set shooter. You already know. I want him to be my sniper. You know what? Let me get this shit out the way. Hold up. Alright, now he's going to be my sniper for sure. Alright. And that's about it. So let's go check out our player training. For player training, all I really did was just put Jalen Harris at very high and Flynn at very high. Since as of right now, they're not going to be getting that many minutes. So I want them to obviously kind of just work on their game. Strictly just work on their game. Let's look at the power rankings going into the next season. So the Bucks are going to be first. Alright, two-time back-to-back MVP, Lakers should be first, but what do I know? I'm not part of the NBA.com ranking system, but where are we? We're 7th. Okay, NV7, you know what I'm saying? So 7th on the power rankings. Hopefully we can move up. I don't expect too much unless they count, you know. Oh no, this is power rankings, not GM rankings. My bad. So 7th going into the season. I don't think we're gonna be able to keep that. Shoot high, aim for the stars. Oh, who's the worst team going into the NBA? The Hornets, the Grizzlies. Grizzlies are worse than the Pistons. 2K's tripping. All right, now I guess the NBA is tripping. Let's check out 2K. Okay, 2K tripping too. All right, what about him? Eric Boynish. All right. He has a okay. So he has the Detroit Pistons being worse than the Grizzlies. He's a little more sane than the other ranking systems, but he has his 5th. That's nice. NBA has a 7th. What does 2K have us at? 2K doesn't even have us in the top 10. Interesting. What about GM power rankings? Okay, we're 5th. We can definitely, yeah. We haven't even done any trades or anything like that, so let's see how we can hopefully climb up the ranks. That's about it. Everything else in general we have on 12-minute quarters, normalized player minutes, all that blah blah blah. Gameplay we have on Superstar. So when we do hop into these games, it'll be a little challenging. So what I plan to do is every video is probably going to be, part 1 will probably be the first month, part 2 will probably be the second month, part 3 will probably be third month, or it might be 2 months per episode. For this episode we're going to do 1 month, so we're going to go all the way to January 1st, see how our team is doing. And from there, we'll figure out if we're going to do 1 month or 2 months. I know this video is going to be a little longer since we're going to deal with all the trades, contracts, lineups, all that jazz. So let's see how we do. As you can see, the December is full of away games. So this might be a rough month. We got pretty good Pelicans team. We got the Celtics. Let's see who else. The Bucks, Pelicans again, Lakers, Clippers, Trailblazers, and Mavericks. Those are games that, depending if we do these trades, getting rid of Pascal, Van Vliet, Larry, all these guys, those could be pretty tough games. Washington too, depending on how their team meshes in 2K, because in real life they haven't been doing that well. And trust me, I'm not a big Russell Westbrook fan, but it is not Westbrook's fault. If you think the Wizards aren't playing that well because of Westbrook, you aren't watching basketball. Let me get you hip to the real problem. The Washington Wizards. Scott Brooks and his dumbass rotations. They got no defense on the bench, nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to get started, bro. But so let's start with DeAndre Hunter, because I've never played with DeAndre Hunter. I've only ever really I've traded for Cam Reddish because I love Cam Reddish. I want him to flourish in the NBA. So let's see if we can trade Van Vliet. We gotta make those contracts work. Tony Snell. What if I throw in a second round pick? Okay. Would you give me Cam Reddish? You don't want to give me Cam Reddish? Damn, this is gonna be tougher than I thought. All right. Jarrett Culver. Ooh, I completely forgot about Jarrett Culver. Ooh. I don't want to give up OG. Van Vliet and Stanley Johnson. I don't want Ricky Rubio though. I'm gonna feel bad not playing him. You feel me? Do we give up Van Vliet, Jarrett Culver, and Ricky Rubio? Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it. Now we can't trade him for 60 days. So until he's able to be traded again, we'll play these two. And then hopefully Malachi Flynn kind of becomes like a 73, 74, and then start giving him some playing time. Now we got to figure out our shooting guard position. Open up some minutes. We have our rotation. We're gonna give 24 minutes each to both. Earl Jenkins, secondary ball handler, mid-range scoring, inside scoring, playmaking. He could potentially be our Draymond Green. Do we have enough money? Yes, we do. All right. Let's give the young man a shot. It's pretty decent. Playmaking is what really. His physicals aren't that great. Rebounding, IQ, potential A+. He's pretty solid. Let's see what he can turn into. So look, we already filled out our team almost. We just got to get rid of Norman Powell. That's all we got to do. I don't want to get rid of him, but like I need to open up some more minutes because we are rebuilt. Ooh, 25th. Let's do that. I like this lineup. So we got our point guard, shooting guard, power forward, and small forward for the future. Now we're missing a big man. That's all we're missing. These two are still going to be on the trading block. I think with Kyle Lowry, I'm cool just keeping him until the end of the season. Pascal Siakam too, since he's going to be able to be traded at the end. He'll really open up the cap. Damn, I'm really disappointed I couldn't get DeAndre Hunter though. 46th free throw. Maybe if Jarrett Culver isn't playing that well, we can swap him out for DeAndre Hunter. I don't know. Let's try to. I'm gonna try to keep it realistic. So now the final touch before we begin the season. We got who we wanted. We're gonna let the coach kind of decide the minutes a little bit and kind of go off there, kind of like we're discussing with the coach. So OG and Culver are gonna kind of battle it out for the small forward position. Even though OG does have that fat contract. Actually, let's start OG on 27. Let's see. What? Ooh. Jared Culver, you're gonna. Alright, hold up. Damn, Pascal on the bench. So Nick Nurse wants to rebuild too, I can't do that with this fat ass contract. He played 23 minutes last year. Let's see. Let's give him 24 and see if he can perform. Kyle Lowry, 30. I love Kyle Lowry, thick bitch, but I feel bad. I feel bad for Rubio, bro. I want to give him more minutes, but all right, 28 is perfectly fine with me. If we, oh fuck, yeah, Matt Thomas. If we bring him up, boom, 20 minutes. That's fine with me. Because he did go off. He was playing 16 minutes last year, so 28, solid start for his second year. OG, perfect. This we got to get sorted out. He's playing 35 minutes. Jenkins is gonna play 13. Nah, let's bring it down. 32. Jenkins can play 16. Kind of get him. He's undrafted, so let's see how he does. I kind of want to do the same thing for our big men. Split the minutes. See how they do. Scooby-Doo. And personally, I just like organizing that by minutes. Let's see. Mike Muscala, we're going to switch him for him. That way, when there's garbage time, he'll get some minutes. Just like that. Alright. That works for me. We'll start like that at the beginning of the season. Everything's going to be balanced. Let's do 10. And let's get the season rolling, boys. First game against the Pelicans. See how we do. 128 to 124. Nice. Pascal Siakam with the big 30-point game. 11 and 23. 6 and 14. Nice. 14 boards. Kyle Lowry 20. So shot 6 for 8. OG 16, 2, and Earl Jenkins, a solid debut by the undrafted rookie. 15, 3, 2 shooter. Shot 45%, 50% from the 3. Damn. Culver had a really good game too. 14. Yeah, damn. All right. So this is the plan. All right. Since this, let's see how our defense did. Ingram, solid fucking game. Goddamn. JJ Redick, fucking. So let me turn back the clock real quick. Zion did Zion things. Destined for greatness. Our defense didn't do that well. Yeah, they shot 53%. We just outplayed them on offense. Yeah, that 3-ball. I'm telling you, that 3-ball, bro. Alright, that was our season opener. Now let's sim all the way to the end of December for this first episode. For this, we're going to send scouts to kind of look at the top prospects of the draft. Best first rounders. Actually, let's do this. Let's do first pick. Third pick again. And we're just going to sim all the way to... We're only going to do this for the first episode. The second episode, we're going to go through each game individually and just kind of see how they're doing. Pascal for Tobias. No, thank you. Aaron Baines for Terrence Prince. 21st. Nah, I don't want the second round pick. Same shiz. Look, we already got Gary Payton. That 3-ball is a little sus, though. But I mean, it can get better throughout the season. 81 overall. Tremendous sleeper, defensive stopper. Good defender. That'd be solid. Like I said, I want Malachi Flynn to be our guy. This is what we need right here. 22 points. Look at that 3. Defender. No. Starting shooting guard or small forward? Question mark. What? Ooh, 6'9". Creating ball handling. Came out 60 with great lift and jump shot. Will be able to let it shoot in traffic. Long defenders. Has nice shooting form. Hits the long range regularly. Damn, that's gonna be a little Kevin Durant. For the first month of NBA basketball for the Toronto Raptors going into the 2021 season. We finished the month of December with a semi-okay record of 7-6. You know, team chemistry's at a 60%. Could be a little better. Ooh, you know, we had a rough month. A bunch of away games against tough teams. We did beat the Pelicans at home, but then we did lose to them away. We got blown the fuck out. But we did beat both Los Angeles teams on back-to-back days. Our Christmas game went crazy. Let's see. Did anyone have a historic Christmas game? Oh, Pandemic P, bruh. Pandemic fucking P. At least 2K is realistic with that. Kyle Lowry. So let me pull something out the bag real quick. 6 for 8 from the 3-point line. What'd I say? A motherfucking sniper. Nobody's got shit on my guy right here, bruh. Nobody. Look at that. 45% from the 3-point line. Ain't nobody got shit on my guy right here, bruh. Matt fucking Thomas. Remember the name. Terrence Davis. We'll check the stats in a bit. I don't want to spoil anything, but we beat the Blazers. We lost the Mavericks. We blew the Blazers out. Timeout. Pascal. Larry. This Ananubi. Okay, 6 for 9. I want him to take a little bit more shots. I'm gonna adjust the who takes how many shots in a little bit, or in the next episode. We'll figure it out as the season goes on and people get in their groove and all that. We got blown by the Wizards. God damn. So our starting point guard is averaging 19.6 points per game, 46% from the field, 44 from the three-point line. That is fucking solid. 7.5 assists with 1.8 turnovers and 1.2 steals. He is balling. He's not putting up. I mean, he is putting up points, but he's the more important thing is that he's being efficient in distributing the ball. I love that. See, Terrence Davis, our starting shooting guard, is averaging 10.4 points. And that may seem like a little bit, but his averages are 45% from the field, 42 from the three, and 95% from the free throw line. Somebody get this man a motherfucking medal right now. 3.4 assists, 4.3 rebounds, and only 1.7 turnovers. I'm telling you, our young talent, Anunoby. Oh. 8.5 points, 3.9 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.7 blocks, 1.5 turnovers. His three-pointer got just a smidge better, a little bit. Free throws got a lot better. His efficiencies from the field went down 2 percentages, but I'm just worried about the stats right now. He's not getting that many boards like the season prior. Points too, and he's got that fat contract. Hopefully he can turn it around throughout the season. I mean, he's not playing bad, but just like I said, he's gonna be getting paid 16, 17, 18, 19 million per year in the next few seasons. 8.5 points. He's supposed to be OG. Pascal Siakam, 19.5 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, 3.1 assists from 1.6 turnovers, almost a block and a steal a game, shooting 43% from the field. I don't know how I feel about that. Someone getting paid $30 million a year, shooting 43% from the field and 34% from the three. They're getting in the groove of things, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go along with it, see how they do, and then pull the trigger on some trades. Aaron Baines. Let's see how Aaron Baines is doing. 8.7 points. I'm not worried about the points, but the boards need to go up though. Let's see, per 36, 7.7. All right, but the boards need to go up. 1.8 assists. That's fine, whatever. But 40% from the field compared to his 48 last year. We got some work to do. All right, here's our 23. Or Maple Jordan. Not Maple Jordan. Maple Jordan. Let's see how he's doing. Oh shit. 9.5 points. 3 rebounds. 1.1 assists. Alright. 1 block. 0.9 steals. The stats are, they're alright. Nothing special. But his field goal, his efficiency did go up. He went from shooting 29% from the 3 to 40%. It is the first month, but it's a good sign. He went from 40% from the field to 45% this season. His free throws are still some shit, though. If his free throws are not going to cut it. Chris Boucher, let's see, 10.9 points per game, 7.8 rebounds, 1.5 blocks, only shooting 40%. What's up with our big man? Our guards are being efficient, but our big men aren't. Matt Thomas, 7.8 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.2 turnovers, though, so that kind of cancels out. But 45% from the 3, 47% from the field, 95% from the free throw line. Tell me he ain't a beast. Tell me those per 36 minute stats don't look enticing to you. Yeah, the points are a little low, but my bad right there. Yeah, the points are a little low, but coming off the bench, 14 points is pretty solid. 5 rebounds, 2 assists. The turnovers, we gotta work on that. Ricky Rubio, 7.8 points per game, 2.8 rebounds, 5 assists. That's solid. For only playing like 20 minutes a game. 1.2 steals. God damn. but he's shooting 41% from the field, 30% from the three. Now that ain't too important because I really like playmaking guards. Ricky Rubio is one of my favorite players in the league. But I want to give minutes to Malachi Flynn. And our undrafted rookie, Earl Jenkins, 10.2, 3.6, 1.2, 46% from the field. As an undrafted rookie, goddamn, he's shooting better than Pascal Siakam. But 26% from the three. Sheesh. Let's check out our team status. Let's see how everyone's doing. Kyle Lowry seems to be happy. Terrence Davis is fine. I know OG's a little anxious. I would be anxious too if I was, I mean, he's anxious with how things are being handled. Maybe he doesn't like the fact that I brought in a small forward. I gotta bring a little bit of competition, Can't be getting paid 20 mil just to score 8 points. Siakam's content right now. Just wait till he finds out that I'm trying to trade him. Baines looks alright. Culver's thrilled, probably because he thought he was out the league. Chris Boucher's content whenever I see him. Matt Thomas is okay. Ricky Rubio is jubilant. If he likes playing those minutes, good. But I need to make minutes for Flynn, bro. He's upset. Earl Jenkins is okay, man. I'd feel better than okay if I was undrafted and someone signed me to a 5 mil contract. Jalen Harris is unsettled. Y'all gotta get better. I don't really care. Nick Nurse is okay. Our front office seems to be okay with everything. So for the Eastern Conference, the Hawks are killing it with 11-3. Fucking Trae Young's probably averaging 35 points. 31. Pacers, that's the first time I've seen them on top. Usually they end up at the bottom. Cleveland, Brooklyn. Damn. We have the same record as Milwaukee. Timeout. 12-1. God damn. Not that many people had that great of a start. Pretty much the Hawks, Pacers, and especially the Jazz are playing really well. The Pelicans too. Everyone else is kind of just a toss up in the air. Luka Doncic, 34 points. Antetokounmpo, 32. Trae Young, 31. Those are the top three. Rebounds: Rudy Gobert, 14. Antetokounmpo, 14. Jokic, 14 assists. LeBron James with 11 assists. Bootleg LeBron James with 9.6. Then we got Trae Young with 9 steals. Kawhi Leonard's going to be up there every year. Jimmy Butler too. But Thaddeus Young, timeout. Let me trade for Thaddeus Young real quick. I'll give you Pascal Siakam. It's like, what? Blocks. Mitchell Robinson. He's that guy. He is that guy. Ultra athletic. Straight from high school. No one knew what he was going to be. Just knew that he was super ultra athletic. He does foul out a lot though. Or does collect a lot of fouls. The Knicks have been looking good this season though. Jonathan Isaac. If only he could be a little. Same problem as OG Anunoby, but he's got the height. You can lock down any position. Put him on KD. Which can KD score on anyone. Anthony Davis. Alright, turnovers. None of us. Thank you guys for watching. Episode 2 will be out soon, depending on when I want to upload it. Might be later today, might be tomorrow. Turn on that noti, subscribe, like, check out my Twitch. Give yourself a hug. Come back and chill out. We can be talking about NBA, anything like that. Thank you guys for watching the video, and peace.